Danielle Salzman, Solzy at the movies. Eddie, it's so good to see you again for the first time since the Chicago red carpet in 2019.
Lovely to see you too. How are you?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
Good. Yeah, I'm doing well, thank you. It's rainy and grisly in London, but I'm doing very well.
So, what was it that drew you to the role of this nurse?
Do you know what drew me to the piece was how unexpected it was. Like when I read it, it didn't seem to fit into a box. On the one hand, it was this hero's journey about this extraordinary woman who managed to stop this man from doing these horrific things. On the other hand, it was also about a system that was broken and had failed. But also there was this intimacy in the friendship that felt like a character study. And I just loved that it felt unlike anything I'd read really. And it didn't fit into that sort of true crime, perhaps genre, or it felt like it had its own thing really. And it was a mixture of that, Tobias Lindholm, who I think is extraordinary, our director, Christy Wilson-Cairns, our writer, and the phenomenal Jessica Chastain. Those were the massive appeals to me.
How familiar were you with the story when you got offered the script?
I'd never heard of it. And so the story revealed itself to me as it's revealed itself to many people. And I was so astounded, honestly, that I hadn't heard of it, and even more astounded to hear that my American friends hadn't heard of it, because he's probably the most prolific serial killer in American history. And yet it made a bit of a splash in the news, but it wasn't everywhere. And you begin to go, okay, so the systems repressed the victims' families and the pet. There was some, all those sorts of things. And was there something else at play here that it never made it so or as loud as it should have done, perhaps?
And did you stay in character when you were off set, or did you do stuff to lighten up the mood?
No, I have a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old. So if I stay in serial killer mode, that's no fun for anyone. Unfortunately, actually, Jess and I are quite similar. We're actors that we prep a lot. We do a lot of that in advance. We like a bit of rehearsal. We were sent to nursing school. But then once we're in, but then we can jump out. She's the queen of tequila. So we would, every Friday after shooting, because it was intense work while we were working, but once the camera stopped rolling, we'd have a bit of fun. You got to, you're living life.
Would you like to work with Jessica again?
I would love it. I would absolutely love it. She has a production company called Freckle Films, and I have freckles. We both have kind of sort of ginger hair. So I'm hoping that Freckle Films has a whole run of films for freckle people.
Right. It was so nice to talk with you again, and good luck during award season.
Thank you. Lovely chatting to you too.